bring in our next guest here to discuss these new regulations. Newsmax's Deputy Health Editor, Nick Tate. Nick Tate, also the New York Times bestselling author of the Obamacare Survival Guide. Nick, always great to talk to you.
You too, folks. How are you?
Now, this is something that started a while back, trying to better inform consumers of the choices that they were making at these restaurants. Now they want to expand the program. Does that mean that it's been successful thus far?
Well, that depends on your point of view. As a consumer health reporter, I obviously think generally more information is better. You should know what you're eating. You should know how many calories are in that burger, that milkshake, those French fries you're eating. But the places these new regulations are expanding are places we're not used to seeing these kinds of menu calorie counts. Bars and taverns, movie theaters. When you order that tub of popcorn, you're going to find out that you're getting as many calories and saturated fat as you might get in a couple double beef cheeseburgers. So while the information, I think the concept is a good one, the question is, will it really make a difference? We don't really have a lot of strong evidence that telling people this food has more calories and more fat will make them eat less of it. There is limited information there. And, you know, the point that I like to make about this is what would really make change and what would really help people eat less is if you told them, if you drink this soda, here's how many minutes you're going to have to spend on the treadmill to burn off those calories. A single soda, 250 calories, about 50 minutes on a treadmill, just in case you're taking those numbers down at home. So the question is whether they'll really make a difference.
I mean, I'm all for, informed choices, but isn't it really about your own personal, whether you're going to do it or not? At what point is the government just telling us what we can eat, like they were regulating the soda size? Now they're saying, well, here's what's in this. I mean, isn't it just personal choice?
It is, and some of it's common sense. I mean, does anybody really think, a big gulp or, a double order of French fries is really health food? The answer is no.
Right.
I actually think that one way you really could affect change is if you gave people a financial incentive to eat better and lose weight. So right now, healthcare premiums are insurers are allowed to raise healthcare premiums on individuals who smoke, for instance. Well, why not give folks a break if they join a health club or Weight Watchers or lose 5% of their body fat? We now do that with car insurance. If you're a safe driver, you can, and you don't get in accidents over a period of time, you have a lower insurance rate.
Or cover a portion of, say, your health, your health club.
Deduct some of those things. Those are changes in the tax laws and in the insurance laws that we're not likely to see, but actually might make a difference.
I have a couple of issues here with this. Number one, it's not that anybody goes to the movie theater and orders a tub of popcorn expecting to get their daily nutritional allowance of vitamin C or anything like that. And I think a lot of that video we saw, including the clips of the Waffle House, which is making me incredibly hungry. Nobody goes to the Waffle House because they're expecting to have a vegan, gluten-free type meal. The other thing is, this is going to require these places now to print new labels, do the actual research, and verify that their information is correct. So in the end, it's going to be passed on to the consumer in the form of higher costs.
Well, not only higher costs, the projections are that it's actually going to be millions of dollars, potentially hundreds of millions of dollars for some of these companies to not only do the calorie counts, but as you say, to advertise them on their labels. The likelihood is, too, they may take some of those items off. So to your point, Morgan, about choices, you may not have as many in the future if, in fact, it's going to cost these restaurants and these taverns and these movie theaters more to get the information out there. So that's the balance. And, with all of these regulations, the question we always have to ask is it worth, are we getting what we pay for? Are we paying too much for something that isn't really very helpful? And the truth is, with these regs, we don't have a lot of evidence they make a great deal of difference.
Yeah, and now with health and nutrition has become a selling point, and if a business wants to sell that healthier food, fresher food, they should be able to do that. We saw the menu from Chipotle up there in the B-roll too, advertising its calorie count. They're doing that because they want people to know this is healthier for you, not necessarily because the government is making them do that.
And in fact, many companies, Panera is one example, I think Chipotle is another, they have off-menu items that are healthier, higher protein, lower carbs, lower fat. You have to ask for them. But savvy consumers, with a message that I would like people to take home, the takeaway, is to be a savvy consumer. Before you go anywhere, figure out what the best option is for you. Regardless of what these regulations are doing, you can find that information online. There are apps that are available that will tell you what the calorie counts are, the fat calorie counts for foods. Look into it before you buy. If you're eating out, be smart about it.
Yeah, it seems like a strange one, or maybe not, but this barrage of new regulations coming out now after the midterm elections, kind of strange, makes you scratch your head.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about something too that's affecting a lot of folks, and if it's not affecting you, it affects someone you love, and that's Medicare, new changes that you need to be aware of. Nick Tate's coming back with us, John Bachman, Morgan Thompson. Stick around, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Much more to come here on America's Forum.